Laurence, the team's had a challenging run of 3 games. In the face of another difficult injury situation, how do you get through this?
Togetherness, really. Obviously, it's been a tough couple of games. Before that, we was on a great run of form and a couple of sending offs and a couple of injuries, and we're down to bare bones. But it's time for us to step up now. We've gone through a bit of a blip, and hopefully we can get 3 points tomorrow.
Just how much of the injuries impacted morale? When you see key players getting serious injuries, it must impact the rest of you.
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously not nice. You're coming in to train every day. They're your friends. You're seeing them around the club. You spend a lot of time with them. So when there's injuries around and the bad injuries and major injuries, it's not great to see. But we're experienced players, and I'm sure we can get over it. And hopefully that starts tomorrow.
Because there's the team impact, isn't there? But there's also the personal impact. When you see your mates, like you're saying there, get these injuries, that must hit you hard on a personal level as well.
Yeah, it's like you say, we're with each other every day, so they're your friends. Obviously, you go out there to play a football match and win games, but also off the pitch, we spend a lot of time with each other. We're a really close group, got a great set of lads, and we're just wishing everyone who's got the injuries the best of luck, and I'm sure they'll be back sooner rather than later.
As a player playing in this division, do officials in the National League need to be more mindful of situations where we are seeing very serious injuries happening in games?
Yeah, personally, I still think the officiating can get better. I think the level of the officiating, especially this year, hasn't been great. But listen, you can make the excuses, and we've in these games we've made the referee make decisions, and we can't let that happen. The discipline hasn't been good enough, and hopefully we can learn from that. And now it's important for us to put a run together and get back on track.
Have you said anything to the lads to sort of have your say and look, this is how we're going to get through this, fellas?
Yeah, we have. We're talking all the time. We've got a lot of experienced pros down there in at this level. A lot of players have played a lot of games, and yeah, it's a little blip. But end of the day, we've lost 2 games in a row, and that's it really. We've lost 4 games all season. We've got a great set of lads, great belief, and I'm sure we'll get back on track, and the fans will be right behind us.
Because this season has promised so much for the club, hasn't it? And I guess it's important now to make sure that doesn't slip away in the face of adversity.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a great season so far. If someone's said we're sat second in the table at this stage of the season, you would have snapped their hand off. So we're still in a great position. It can all change. People will drop points. Still a lot of games to go. We'll stick together, and I'm sure we'll put a run together, and hopefully it can be at the right time and get us back on top of the league.
How's the manager settled in?
Brilliant. Obviously it was a strange situation. He's coming to a squad who was doing really well, and as you can see on Tuesday night, the first half, I thought we were terrific. Some of the patterns of play, we worked on that on the training ground on the Monday, and I thought we were terrific first half. Obviously second half, it's football, it happens, it's adversity in the game. But yeah, he's been brilliant, an experienced manager to be around the place, and yeah, really looking forward to keep working with him.
As successful as the club has been this year, it has been a roller coaster season, hasn't it? There's been a lot going on there, whether it's FA Cup games at Chelsea, or injuries, or managerial changes. It's been quite a year, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I always say football is a roller coaster. You have your ups, you have your downs, and it's been a really tough but enjoyable year. Obviously, we're sat on top of the table, we're sat near top of the table, which has been a lot better than what it's been in the recent years. So, but now it's time for us to step up and try and get this club back into the Football League where it definitely belongs. As you can see on Tuesday night, the atmosphere was unbelievable. 8,000 fans here in the stadium, and this club shouldn't be in this league, and hopefully we can get back up into the League Two.
And there is still a lot of games to be played, but do you fear it's becoming increasingly challenging to chase Stockport now, especially with players out?
No, it's obviously I still believe we've still got a lot of games to play. There'll be points dropped, there'll be points gained, and listen, you've got to concentrate on your own game, and at the moment we're looking at ourselves. We don't look at any other results. We're just concentrating on ourselves, and hopefully we can start that by tomorrow night with 3 points at home against Yeovil.
What kind of team are Yeovil? What do you expect from them?
Well, they're going to be physical. They play pretty direct. They'll come here and try and frustrate us. We put in a good performance away from home at the start of the season, so we'll take a lot of that into the game, and hopefully we can put on a performance like we did in the first half and score a couple of goals, and then we'll go from there.
Top man, Laurence, all the best tomorrow.
No worries, thank you.
Morning, Laurence.
Good morning.
Are you over the worst of your sort of injury niggles this season?
Yes. Obviously, I came back. I had a bad calf strain. I came back. Personally, I thought I was a bit too early. Came back in at Aldershot and Eastleigh, and I had a bit of reaction on them games on my Achilles and my calf. So I've spent a lot of time in the gym working with the physio, and personally, I feel like I've got myself back to where I should be in terms of fitness levels and in terms of getting rid of the calf strain and being more or less fully fit.
Has it been a little bit frustrating for you with the injuries, sort of been a bit on-off this season, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, last year I had a clear season, so it was a positive season last year. I think I played 41 out of the 42 games in the season last year. So to get the injury away at Dagenham earlier on in the season was, I was devastated really. It knocked me back quite a lot, but got a lot of good people around me. The physio's been brilliant, and I just concentrated, got stuck into the gym work, and now I feel like I'm back to fully fitness.
Can you put your finger on why there has been so many injuries in this squad this season?
Personally, I don't know. It's one of them things. I just think we haven't had really the luck of the draw in terms of injuries. It just seems that every tackle that there is, we come out with the worst what it could be. You don't know. You could say maybe training pitches, the pitch. You don't know really. But in terms of that, I'd just say it's just been really unlucky in terms of the injury side.
As you say, Tuesday night against Wrexham, first half was very impressive. Are we starting to see the early signs of Paul Cook putting his stamp on the team now?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, the first half we moved the ball really well. You know what type of football you're going to get from the gaffer is the attacking side. We'll move it. We'll keep possession. We'll squeeze high up the pitch and press. And I thought in the first half on Tuesday night we had a bit of everything, to be fair, apart from just getting that goal. And obviously, in football, things change. Obviously, the half-time whistle came at the wrong time for us, I felt like we was on top all the way through the first half. And then the half-time whistle came, and obviously, Wrexham were good at the set plays, and we struggled to deal with it. But listen, it's a little setback, and hopefully we can bounce back tomorrow with the 3 points and put on another great performance for the fans.
What sort of tweaks and changes has the manager made so far?
I'd say we've gone more to. I think we've gone back to the press, pressing from the front. It's big from Quiggs. Quiggs is running a lot more. Same with Quasi and Mandy. He's big on the press. So I think that improved. That has improved. And also I feel like we've moved the ball a lot better instead of going more direct into the two strikers. I feel like we're trying to get the number 10s on the ball, and I felt like that worked in the first half. Like I said, it was just disappointing that we couldn't get the goal.
As a player, do you enjoy playing that way? Obviously, as someone like yourself who likes to bring the ball out from the back, I imagine that quite suits your ability quite well. Yeah,
personally, that's my type of game. I feel like one of my big attributes is probably my ability on the ball. So for someone to come in and want to play like that, I feel like it's going to help me and benefit me, and hopefully it can make me into a better player. So I work closely with Gaffer. He's big on analysis and stuff like that. So we'll watch the game back, and he'll give you tips on what he thinks you can do and what you think you can do better. So I'll work with him, and hopefully I can improve my game and keep progressing, and hopefully get this club back into the Football League.
It looks like the manager wants to play a back four. Is there much difference as a defender from a back four to a back three?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, we haven't played a back four for a good 3-4 years now at this club, so that's just a tweak what he's done as well. So we've got to try and get used to that. Obviously, me and Jamie played in the centre of the back four on Tuesday night, and you've got to be a bit more solid in terms of with the ball. You can't be stepping in as much as you want on the left of the free or the right of the free because you haven't got that solid base in between you. But I thought we did that really well on Tuesday night. Obviously the full backs are a bit deeper, so I think it worked against their back three in terms of they couldn't get out to the full backs, and then we played round them. So yeah, I think it'll be different formations in terms of different personnel. But yeah, it just shows that we can go into a back four or a back three depending on styles of games and different teams.
What's your assessment of the title race and the rest of the season then?
Personally, I still think it's wide open. Obviously, Stockport have been on a great run, and that's a credit to them. They've put in a great run, but there will be blips on the way. There's still a lot of games to go. But we're just concentrating on ourselves. If we win football games, you never know what's going to happen. So obviously, starting tomorrow night, we've got 3 big home games coming up: Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. Hopefully, we can go and get 9 points. Some big crowds behind us, and then we'll be right back into the race.
Realistically, can you afford many more slip-ups?
No, not really. In terms of the title race, I feel like we need to stick together. Obviously, going into, even if we end up in the playoffs, obviously it's still a great chance to get promoted and a great chance for the club to go to Wembley. So yeah, we're still in there. We'll stick together. A couple of big games coming up. If we can get 6 to 9 points on the next three games, we'll be right back in there, and I'm sure you'll be asking me next time where it'd be different questions.